Discipline proudly presents.
Hello and welcome to Craig Williams, and joining me today for our virtual roundtable discussion, we have a great group of individuals consisting of Erica Resnick.
Hi, friends.
We have Teresa Eccles.
Hey.
And we have Ryan Clavin.
Hello.
Hello. How's everyone doing this week?
Good.
I'm fine.
Yeah. So, well, it's time to get happy because we just started our fun little show here where we're going to talk about Disney for the next hour or so. I will say right up front, I believe Rhino's sighs are coming from the fact that his place of living and dwelling sounds like a construction pit right now, as there's people on his roof banging and hammering away doing I'm not quite sure what. So if he doesn't seem like what's that?
I said with no notice. We just asked the landlord. We're like, did they say anything to you? And he's like, no, I didn't know anything. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, so obviously the timing's awful on that. So if Rhino seems a little distant today, know that it's not because he doesn't want to be here. It's because he's just trying to prevent it from sounding terrible. So, and I appreciate that. So thank you so much. Like I said, we're going to have a fun show today. We're going to talk about Luminous, the Symphony of Us. We're going to talk about all of the Christmas parties that start this week at Walt Disney World. I know we're already here. We're going to talk about Disney Cruise Line and more. Before we get to all that, I want to remind you this is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. If you like our content, you want to support us, book a vacation through Dreams Unlimited Travel. It costs you no extra money, and you get the support of one of the incredible Dreams Unlimited Travel agents. So head over to dreamsunlimitedtravel.com today for a free, no obligation quote on your next vacation. Okay, everyone, we're going to jump into the news right away, or at least our discussion topics. And this is probably once again going to feel a little bit off the rails-ish, and we're just going to see where the conversation takes us, and we're going to have a little fun along the way. But we're going to start right off the bat by talking about Luminous, the Symphony of Us, which is the new fireworks show coming to EPCOT on December 5th. And the reason why we're talking about it this week is because Disney has revealed the song list for everything we should expect during Luminous, the Symphony of Us. And it sounds very interesting to me. The show starts with the voices from each pavilion welcoming us to the great gathering, and then begins with Heartbeat Symphony, the original ballad created for Luminous. From there, we'll go to the tender love of parenthood, highlighting childhood moments with a multilingual arrangement of You'll Be in My Heart from Tarzan, then moving on to Proud Corazon from Coco to highlight the bonds of family. Friendship follows with You've Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story and Friend Like Me from Aladdin. The romance moment uses So Close from Enchantment, which is going to give off some World of Color vibes, which is always nice. Then the section reminding us we aren't truly alone will include When She Loved Me from Toy Story 2, Remember Me from Coco, and Into the Unknown from Frozen 2. Out of the darkness comes I See the Light from Tangled, and then finally the second original song, Beating of Our Hearts, will bring us all together as one, and we find our place in the great symphony of life. And I just need to make it clear, I did not write most of those lines. Disney provided all of them, as they perfectly do sometimes with their press releases. The great symphony of life. There's just something absolutely beautiful to it. I think that this is a pretty solid selection of songs for a nighttime show. I know there's going to be people out there saying, oh my gosh, can we just get rid of Disney music at Epcot and focus on what the park is about? But I mean, Epcot is becoming about the characters, so it ties in there. And we're getting 2 original arrangements as part of this show. So it's not like they're not keeping some originality into this. It's going to be a part of it, but it's also going to infuse Disney in this way. And I think the song list sounds pretty tight. Erica, what do you think?
I like this list of songs. I was a really, really big fan of Illuminations. I cried when it left. I did not like anything after it, but after seeing the songs that they're going to be using and that there will be original music makes me very happy. And that like first little listen that Disney released that we got to hear, I liked how that sounded. So I'm actually really excited for this to, debut at Epcot, and I can't wait to see it with my eyes and hear it all, and really just see if it has the emotional feeling that I want it to have. But so far, it seems like it'll be good.
What about you, Teresa? Are you liking any of the songs that I just mentioned, or do you
Oh,
feel like they're
I
a little bit
like a
too
lot of
new?
them, and I
Yeah.
listened to the little video with some of the original music in it, and it actually gave me chills. So that's a good sign for me. I think I'm going to really enjoy it.
Yeah, I do like a lot of the with the original. It almost feels like when you're walking into Epcot right now, and I mean that. I
Right?
think
Yeah.
that's the point: is the synergy of all the music coming
Mhm.
together and feeling similar in that way. But right now, that Epcot loop, you feel it so much in the original music for the show that I like a good synergistic moment, if that's actually a word, which I'm not quite sure it is. But I believe the banging may have temporarily stopped for a while. So, Rhino, how are you feeling about these song choices? Are you like, ugh, they didn't pick a better song from Enchanted? What's going on here? Enchantment,
N-
not Enchanted. That's the Disney
yeah, I was
Princess show.
like, I,
Sorry.
I don't think they had any songs from Enchanted listed, but that's how do you know? Yeah, I think it's a good choice. It's interesting. I agree with Teresa about the that like clip of the original part of the music that we saw. I feel like it sounds very Epcot, like very like you said, walking through the park. Like it was immediately I was like, yeah, this sounds like this park. So I think that's a great base to start from. The thing that I think surprised me is we were at Epcot for that beer garden review last week, and I don't know if I knew that they were building another structure for this. Right? Isn't that what
Well,
it looked like? There was another like platform or something?
yeah, they're putting together the platform in the middle, but they are on movable barges.
Oh, okay.
So
Like
it
the
will be
original, like
able to be
the
taken away, but I think they're building it all in place. The tests started happening over the weekend. So they were doing the pyro tests. The music wasn't being piped into the park. So, you couldn't like sit outside the boardwalk, yacht and beach club and hear it in that way. But they did do the pyro test over the weekend, and they clocked some of the people that were there, like my friend Mike from Blog Mickey. He clocked it at right around 16 minutes that the show is going to be in length. So I also think that's kind of interesting. I mean, you know, Harmonious was on the longer side of things. 16 minutes, maybe there's some moments without fireworks that it's more fountain based that, uh, you know, add to the show length, but 16 minutes feels pretty tight in terms of
yeah.
a show length. But I mean, if it's all bangers, then I guess I also don't mind if
Well,
it's on the shorter side of things.
it's a very Disneyland length, I feel like, because a lot of the shows at Disneyland, those are I feel like those like their fireworks shows and things like that, those are usually only like 10 minutes or something like that. So I feel like like I don't mind it being shorter as long as it's like you said, like it's solid all the way through. You know what I mean? Like I feel like our Phantasmic, sometimes the even with the added stuff, it's just like so much water projection that you're just waiting for the next thing to happen. So it's kind of like less of that, more of the meat, and if that's what we're going to get in this show, I'll be pretty excited.
Oh, I feel like that might be unpopular with the group though, because if I remember correctly, Teresa, you were a mega fan of Illuminations, right? Not mega
I,
fan, but you enjoyed it.
oh, I enjoyed it. Yes, I enjoyed it. It was always a highlight for me going to
And
Epcot.
where were you at on it, Erica?
Oh, I am a mega fan. I cried every time. I made my family like if we were at one park, we had to be at Epcot before fireworks because I had to watch it. I cried because my family decided to go on Soarin' once during the fireworks. That's how much I loved Illuminations growing up because I don't know, it's just like a very comfort show for me. And I was there on the last day, and it was a very emotional time. So I would say like I'm definitely a super fan of that show.
How long
So
was that
Rhino.
show? Like 18 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean the first section wasn't necessarily that long. I think around like maybe 12 or 13 minutes. I'm like trying to think back to all the times I've listened to the soundtrack to figure it
Hmm.
out. But you had the first section and then everything got quiet and then you had the We Go On part at the end. And that added a little extra length to it. And then if it was during the holiday times, then you have the special tags with it. So it kind of, it would get up there in terms of length, but maybe it's just because Harmonious was so long that it feels like everything that should be out on that lagoon should be on the longer side. But I'm very very excited about it. Yeah, there's the music is. I feel like it's
Illuminations
all
was 12 minutes.
12
You're
minutes.
right.
Okay,
You said
well,
12 to 13. So I was Googling it and it says when it opened, it says show length 12 minutes, which seems shorter than I would have pegged it at.
it
But
does.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, right?
Well, that's the mind playing tricks on the memory
Hmm.
in that way. But I feel like it is very song heavy past mid '90s. Friend Like Me that's the oldest song that's in this entire
Oh,
show,
wow.
unless there's something
Hmm.
else in there. So then everything else is basically from Toy Story on. But there's some nice little parts thrown in there, like You'll Be in My Heart. And I'm happy for Proud Corazon. I think that is the best song
Hmm.
from Coco and is just absolutely incredible. Teresa just watched Coco.
Oh, you had to say
Wait,
that, right?
I did.
you haven't seen it?
No, I've seen it. I saw it the other
Oh,
night.
okay.
I had thought I had seen it, but obviously I hadn't because I sat there unless I stroked out and don't remember. But
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
it was amazing. It
It's
pissed me off, and then it didn't, and then I got all excited, and then
mhm.
I was all over the place. It was good.
And then it gets you. It gets you at the end.
Yeah.
It
I feel like it
does,
creeps in. You're just like, I wasn't ready to be emotionally destroyed in this movie.
right? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. The only song that I could do without in the show, even though I love the song Into the Unknown. I mean, yeah, you've got
Yeah.
Frozen over in Norway, so it makes sense. Again, synergy. It makes sense to include it in that way, but I don't. It feels like the most out of place with everything. But I'm sure there's going to be some sad eyes when you hear parts of When She Loved Me, and
Oh
probably
God.
even Remember Me too.
Hmm.
I am so excited. I almost booked travel for the night that this show was debuting, and I'm very glad I didn't because I would be devastated to have to miss it. But for me, I'm gonna go ahead and call it now. I've only seen 3 nighttime shows at EPCOT. I've seen Harmonious, I've seen Illuminations, and Luminous will be the third one I've seen. I've only seen 2 up to now. I think this one's going to immediately jump to the top of the list. I'm okay with the Disney music in there. I ended up loving Harmonious towards the end of its run. I didn't like it right away. Loved Illuminations. I always wanted to be the position at Test Track in closing where you would go out and stop people from coming to Test Track so that way you could watch the fireworks. So I have a lot of love for that show, but something about it seems like maybe they finally found the right formula for this show and it might last a long time. Rhino, since I feel like you hate all the Epcot shows, will this one maybe jump to your list? I
Not
forgot about
true.
Epcot Forever. That's how terrible I
I
am.
hate
I
Epcot.
have seen 3 shows. Epcot Forever. Oh gosh. Ugh.
I liked Illuminations and I liked what was the last one? God, not Epcot Forever. That was garbage. What was the
Harmonious.
what was the one with the
Harmonious.
spaghetti arms?
Harmonious.
Harmonious. But yeah.
Did you just say
Um,
SpaghettiOs?
Spaghetti arms.
Oh, gotcha.
So I think this is but for me the thing with Harmonious was I don't think the show justified the tangled mess that was inside of the middle of the lagoon, and I'm not a sightlines person or whatever. I don't really care. But I was just like, this black giant metallic metal structure just did not fit the rest of the park very well. So I very much look forward to this. I think this sounds like the best version of a successor to Illuminations.
Hmm.
Hmm. What about you,
I don't
Erica?
know.
Oh, sorry. Keep going, Rhino.
Oh, I was gonna say I know there's a lot of that, like it'll forget it.
One little spark. Erica, you?
Oh God.
No, I
Veggie fruit
I
fruit. Veggie fruit fruit.
I agree with Rhino in that of like I think this is the good like next step after Illuminations, like because everything that's come out about it just sounds good, and that gets me worried sometimes. 'Cause I'm like, well, what if it's not? What if there's like one thing about the show that's like not good and I end up hating it? But everything so far seems like it's going to be a good show. I love Frozen and I love Frozen 2, but I would have not picked
Boo.
Into the Unknown. I would have picked Show Yourself instead.
Hmm.
Because to me that's a more emotional moment in Frozen 2 than Into the Unknown. Uh, so like I would have swapped that out, but
I,
I'm excited.
I'm going to take it another step further than that. Why didn't they do Lost in the Woods? If there's like a moment where you needed that doubt section to do,
Yes.
like Lost in
Can
the
you
Woods, just
imagine?
that would kick so
Can
much.
you
I mean,
imagine just all the little reindeer heads showing up?
yeah,
And
I
just
could.
like that'd be
It's
so
the
cute.
best song from that movie.
Oh, it's
So,
so good.
yeah, I would like it. But Teresa, what about you? Where do you think this will fall in the shows? Did you ever even see Epcot Forever? I'm not saying it
I
like that
did
in
once.
a nasty way, but
No, yeah, I did. I think the song list alone is going to bump it to the top for me.
there we
I
go.
like most of the songs they've chosen. So,
Very good. I am very excited for that show. So we'll see it on December 5th. Hopefully, I will be able to do it a little bit of justice with a video and I don't have some of the issues I've had recently with it. But yeah, I'm excited for it. But we're going to move on to the holidays, something that I know Teresa is a massive fan of because, well, I was just setting her up to be on this show yesterday out at the Welcome Center, and she asked if it was appropriate to play holiday music around me, to which I responded, "Do you not know me?" It was,
Seriously.
it usually doesn't play in the car because I'll be listening to podcasts and such, but at home it is just playing nonstop. I'm very excited. I just got a new
yeah.
Christmas record in the mail yesterday that I have to
Oh, what'd
open
you
up
get?
and so
Something
it
good?
is so Seth MacFarlane, the creator of Family Guy
Oh.
and American Dad and all the cartoon shows, Ted movies. He is actually a fantastic singer, and he has this very crooner sound to him. Not in the same way that like Michael Bublé is smooth. His is more like when you hear Frank, that
Yeah.
roughness in the tone. And so he released a Christmas album years ago. He's released other like jazz albums, but he just released a new Christmas album with a girl. Her last name is Gillies. I guess she was like on Victorious and another Nickelodeon show. I have no idea who she is, but it's basically an entire album where they just duet Christmas songs. And
Oh, cool.
it literally, like, to me, it gives off like those classic Christmas album vibes, plus throw in a little bit of like, Carpenters in there too, with the competing male and female parts in certain songs. So I highly recommend checking it out. Available on all streaming services. I don't make any money from anyone going to listen to it, but I do highly recommend it. Anyways, holidays. This week is the kickoff of all the parties at Walt Disney World. It's going to be an insane week, and even beyond that. So, Walt Disney World is kicking off Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party on Thursday night. SeaWorld kicks off their holiday celebrations on Friday night. Then we have the start of Disney Jollywood Nights at Disney's Hollywood Studios on Saturday night. And then the following week, you have on the 17th, you have the start of the holidays at Universal Orlando Resort. And after that, it is just a Christmas and holiday wonderland, no matter where you go in Orlando. And they're even doing their thing over in Tampa at Busch Gardens too. So you can't escape it. Why would you want to? It's the most wonderful time of the year, in my opinion. Even if my monotonous voice doesn't make it sound like I'm excited about it, I promise I am. It is truly, truly the only time of year that I am both happy and super sad inside. But the reason why we're going to talk about the holidays today isn't like a preview. We've already talked about, the different entertainment being offered at these parties. We've talked about some of the food leading up to this point. But now we're going to talk about showtimes for everyone who is heading to the parties, you probably want to be up to date on what time everything is going to be happening for them. And luckily, that information is available on Disney's website now, so you can check out the showtimes for it. I'll kind of go over some of it here. For Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, the three big things, of course, are Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration stage show. That's going to be happening, at least for the first show and throughout the run, at 7:40, 9:25, 10:35, and 11:55. And then Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time Parade is going to be happening twice, as always, 8:30 and 11 o'clock. And Minnie's Wonderful Christmas Time Fireworks are at 10 o'clock p.m. So that is nothing really out of the ordinary. I mean, I feel like that's just standard for how it is every single year. I'm very excited for this. It feels like it's been so long since Christmas has been popping in this way at Magic Kingdom. Of course, you can go over right now and ride Jingle Cruise and take in the decorations and stuff. But I don't know. There's something about Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party that is still just like, if you want true Christmas magic at Magic Kingdom, you have to go to the party. And I love it. So Teresa, you're not coming with us, unfortunately. I should have bought you a ticket. That
makes me sad. Yeah.
Makes me really sad.
I used to buy everyone tickets, but then it got to the point where we were buying tickets and then we didn't have anyone to give them to. So
forget about me. I'm like the forgotten mother.
I remember you, Mama Coco. I remember you.
I have no memory. I don't know
Mama
you anymore.
Teresa.
I'm sorry. I believe Mother Teresa was already a person.
Yeah, I think that one was trademarked.
Yeah. I don't think we could take that one. But Teresa, do you have any plans to go to the party this year?
No, I don't. I put my money with the Jollywood Nights this year.
Okay. Then we'll pick back up with you a little bit more on Jollywood Nights, which we'll talk about next. Okay. Rhino, Erica, we have to cover it all on Thursday. I didn't check the weather yet. Do we know how it's going to be? Is it gonna feel at least a little bit Christmassy out there?
No.
What do you mean? No. I haven't looked. Hang on.
I have it right up right now. I've got it right here. Today, Wednesday, Thursday is a high of 84, low of 65. But if it felt like it did, like the other night, last night wasn't bad.
65 is good.
Well, really, you need to look at the low for the next night because that's more closer to what it will actually get to. 68, yeah. So it's going to be in the low 70s.
And then the same for the Jollywood Nights. It's 85 in the day. It's 68 at night. I know, and we're supposed to dress like nice for that one.
Yeah, well, I know how I'm going to dress for that one. I know how I'm going to dress for both. So I'm going to look very dapper no matter what I do because, I've got a fedora and you don't. So
no, but I have gold light up shoes and I'm going to wear those.
Oh, I know you are. And I'm already prepared to let people know that I'm not with you. So he's sitting beside me. He's not with me.
He's not with me.
Rhino, what I know you're looking most forward to getting all the treats and getting to feel all the Christmas vibes and the attractions at Magic Kingdom. What are you most looking forward to? And at Magic Kingdom? Treats? Yeah.
Okay, so at the Magic Kingdom party specifically, I love those sassy reindeer. So like I feel like I'm we had the full parade last year, right? Were there cavalcades as well? Or was it just the full parade?
Full parade.
Okay. I was just saying, I just love that part, and they're like kind of toward the end of the parade. But those Once Upon a Christmas Time, dun, 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 dun. I don't know why, but those reindeer I love so much. And if they made like a plush of them or something like that, I'd be buying that. So they're my we got to meet one in 2019, I think, and I looked really good back then. I missed that me. And no, but I'm looking forward to that part. And I don't know. I do like when it snows, even when it's hot, even when it's warm. I'm still like it gets me in that spirit a little bit. So, but I would say the reindeer. I'd say the sassy reindeer. And then Santa Claus, obviously. But,
No, I hate those reindeer. It's one of the few things that my wife and I agree unequivocally on. They're just so creepy. I mean, I hope she still agrees with that. Hopefully she didn't She didn't just used to tell me that to get in my favor before, but I feel like that's not the case. I mean, they're so creepy.
Watch that be Rory's favorite thing he sees.
No, he will be a fan of the marching soldiers, which that is one area like from the old parade versus after pandemic that they cut way down on that. It used to be a lot better, but that's little stuff. We didn't get rid of them all, so that's more important than not. The snow. Snow feels great. One of the things I'm most looking forward to is keeping Erica up past her bedtime because she gets very cranky about having to stay up after dark. Terrible, especially now that we're in daylight saving
Till
time.
midnight.
I mean, oh man, yeah.
Oh my!
past
I've been
midnight.
going to sleep at like 8 p.m. because of this time change.
Time change.
But it gets dark, and I'm like, I need to go to sleep.
It's
You've
1
got 2
hour.
nights.
1 hour
With you guys-
difference.
I know, but listen, with you guys though, I tend to catch like my second wind sometimes. So I feel like if I get enough apple cider, I think I'll be fine. I think I can make it through. Just I need to have a lot of sugar.
Yeah,
and
hopefully
we'll
they
be
have
okay.
it.
I hope they have it.
They better have
because
the eggnog too. I
it's so
swear to
good.
God.
They'll have the eggnog. They'll have the cider. They'll have all of it.
Yeah.
If not, we'll bring our own. I've invested in Camelbacks for all of us, so we can, put our
Perfect.
Camel who?
what Camelback. It's the
What,
name of a
Camel what?
brand. Like when
Is that when you get
people
the-
have with the tube
Yes.
coming out.
Oh.
And so
Yeah.
what?
Well, I don't. feel left
Did you
out
think
at
I
all.
was?
Yeah, no, I was pointing at me, but I realized I was just pointing down. But I was pointing at me, not down, being
Okay.
like, "Give me one of those."
Oh, okay. I got you. Now.
Not
So,
one of those. Not
Yeah.
one of those. One of the.
Yeah,
like
you
this
get-
guy wants one. Not.
It's
Yeah.
to you. You know what, Rhino? Can you heart
Sorry,
that?
I
Can
should
you
have
heart
pointed-
that one for us?
Hold on. You know what?
Can you heart it
gang?
for us?
Craig?
No, again, it
just
can't.
really-
It can't look like a butt. It's got to
Heart.
look like a
It's a
heart.
square.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Aw,
You're
so
welcome.
magical.
So sweet.
I like that.
Okay, you
Oh,
got to
no, that
fix
one
that,
didn't
so
work.
it's working again.
Okay.
So get back on
Okay.
there. Okay, Jollywood Nights. Teresa's going to that one too. Exciting. What night are you going? You said the 16th to that one, right, Teresa? Or what night are you going?
29th
29th of November or
29th.
December?
Post Thanksgiving.
November.
Oh, why would it be running the 29th
Yeah.
of December? That's past Christmas. It ends on the 20th. That was a very
It ends on
stupid
the
moment
20th,
for me.
yeah.
I am so sorry.
I'm going on the 29th.
Of
Stella
November.
and I are going. We're excited.
That's absolutely fantastic. Do you want to know what time everything is happening there that night?
Tell me. Do tell me.
Teresa, I'm glad you asked. I never thought you would, but Jollywood Nights, one of the things we were concerned about was there's going to be too much to do, too much to see all in one night, that it would be very, very difficult. It actually seems kind of doable. So Jollywood Nights, just to recap, the party is happening 8:30 p.m. through 12:30 a.m., 4 hours. So an hour less than Very Merry, which happens 7 o'clock to 12 a.m. On that party, you get in as early as 4 o'clock. For Jollywood Nights, you get in as early as 7 o'clock. So you have an hour start there. But the show times are definitely plentiful. There's one thing that I feel like we have to flag, though, because it could be very concerning for me. In terms of
whole
what's
movie.
this? What's that?
It's the whole movie, though, right?
No, it's not the whole movie. It's not. It's a condensed
says-
version.
The movie's only 65 minutes long. So what did they take out? The credits?
No, it's a sing along with it. That's like asking at the Frozen sing along. Do they play the entire movie?
No, but Frozen is an hour and a half, and or whatever, an hour and 45 minutes. So that's condensed. But the run times of this sing along is 60 minutes. An
Well-
hour of the party. You want me to sit in there for an hour?
That's what it says, and I'm not sure if that's accurate. So that's what I was trying to get at there. Thank you for bringing it up. On the Disney website, it does say that What's This? Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along is an hour. But the show times are 8:30 p.m., 9:30 p.m., 10:30 p.m., and 11:30 p.m. So 4 times in one night. Here's the thing. It can't be an hour show, and then there's a showing every hour. That doesn't make sense with load time. You need time to dump the theater and you need time to get people in. So I think it's just a mistake in that it's closer to that 25, 30-minute mark. And
I
they
hope.
just have to update it. At most, I feel like the most you can press it is like 40 minutes-ish. But, I mean, it's going to take people time to get through. So I feel like that has to just be an error, and it's going to be one of those things where, as we move on, we'll be like, I can't believe we thought it was actually going to be an hour, or the opposite is we'll be saying, I can't believe that was actually an hour, and you got locked in the theater, and they just sat people on top of you for the next show and following. Disney holidays in Hollywood. Are you trying to do a thumbs down to see if it'll work, Rhino? Does it do a thumbs down? Oh,
Sure does.
I hate you so much.
That's what I say to that.
For the audio audience out there, Rhino updated his Mac OS, and now it's doing weird
Visual emojis, I guess?
visual emojis, I guess, as
But
he's
you know
reacting.
what? To me, we missed one. I should have, when you talked about, hey, here's my impression of the end of Illuminations. No, wrong one. Okay, forget it. Confetti came down, everybody. I was trying to make fireworks.
There you go.
There we go. There we go.
I'll be honest. I was going
Don't
to
worry,
say
it was
something.
just as awkward listening, folks, for people watching.
Yeah, I was going to say something because as you were doing your pre-tests and we saw the fireworks, I was like, hopefully he's smart enough to use that during Luminous, the Symphony of Us. But, you missed it on there, but maybe we'll come back around because we do have to mention fireworks. Disney Holidays in Hollywood, the stage show happening on Beauty and the Beast live on stage. That is being shown as 30 minutes, and it is happening at 8:45, 9:45, 10:45, 11:45. Hence why I think that it will also, 30 minutes for that. I think What's This is actually going to be 30 minutes as well, too. But very excited about that show. Kermit, Miss Piggy, Mickey, Tiana, music, dancing, revelry, other words that I'm not sure would describe this show, but they're all there. They're all there though. And then finally at 12:30, ending the party, which I think this is an awesome choice to do this right at the end versus, even like 15 minutes before. End the party with a bang. Make sure everyone who wants to stay can make their way to the main Hollywood Boulevard over in Disney Hollywood Studios so they can watch Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam right at 12:30, and then say ta-ta, fa-la-la-la-la, good night. And you know what, Rhino? I have a feeling that show is going to be pure fireworks. I mean, not that many, but it's going to be pure fireworks. Ka-chow. I forget what the one host says in that. He said, maybe he just says, he says Jingle Bam. That's it. That's how it got it. It's like, Jingle Bam. You haven't ever watched it, have you? Now I just feel silly.
Yeah. Were those elves in the 100, the short film? The 15-minute movie?
Yeah.
I think they were, and I was like,
yeah.
What are you guys doing here? You're not in a movie.
I mean, they're not, but they were in the television specials, Prep and Landing and Prep and Landing 2, Back in the Habit, or something.
There was
like
a sequel.
That's
something to celebrate about.
That's where they got the idea for Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam. Because in the second one, the brother comes in and he goes, Jingle Bam. And he just does it all over again. It's good stuff. You should watch it. I like it. They find a way to intertwine classic holiday music with, what's that? Do what again?
Do the balloons again.
No, he
not
wants
the
to go back
fireworks. I
to
want the
fire.
balloons.
No,
that was confetti. Sorry, balloons is one hand.
Well, we're all going to lose our jobs after this. So that's okay.
It's fine, but it was a good time, and I really loved you guys.
He's still making a butt.
Okay,
Make a heart.
Make the heart.
It is the heart. The computer's very sensitive with the heart.
What kind of heart do you have?
I don't know. Irregular?
There you
How do
go.
you do it?
There you go.
Look at them on the screen. Look at the shape
Look at
on
all
the
those
screen.
butts.
You can't do it like this. That is not a heart. You gotta.
There you go.
Computer said
Oh
so.
my goodness, one. Oh my goodness.
I love the holidays.
Still a butt. Um,
A square.
Oh my
There
god.
we go.
okay, so I'll start with Teresa on this one since she didn't go last time. Teresa, what are you most looking forward to with Jollywood Nights overall? So you haven't been in on most of our conversations about it. What's the one thing
know.
that's exciting you? Is it the food? Is it the music in the Hollywood Brown Derby Lounge? Is it the Latin Festival happening by ABC Commissary? Is it one of the shows?
Mhm.
What is it for you that made you buy that ticket?
Music, food, and Brown Derby, definitely.
So
I love
so
Brown
literally
Derby.
everything. Everything.
Everything.
Everything.
What do you want from
What
me?
was that one thing? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Good.
so happy, Teresa, that you're excited about so much with it.
I
I
Yeah.
wish she was coming with
Sorry.
us.
what? What's that?
Uh,
No? You okay? Okay.
I
It's
said I
all good.
wish she was coming with us.
Yeah, well,
No.
again, I didn't think about it, but that was my
Well, when
fault.
the Easter
So
Spectacular comes out, give me a ticket, will you?
the Great Easter
Well,
Spectacular. So
yeah. Just a bunch of
um,
drunk adults looking for Easter eggs at Hollywood Studios.
shh. We'll talk about that on Tap House Talks. We'll plan it out.
Oh,
What's Disney's hard ticket Easter party? What should that look like? So
what's the unsung holidays that need hard ticket parties? Arbor Day. Just a lot of those hedges they put up everywhere.
there's never enough. So Teresa
Yeah,
appreciates that.
really,
As a foliage lover, she no okay. Well, Teresa, remember this. It's also an audio show. So, um, okay. Rhino, what are you most excited for?
I mean, honestly, I'm with Teresa. I feel
Oh,
bad,
good
so
God.
I made the joke, but I was like, okay. But no, if I
Okay,
had to pick
top
one,
three.
I think I'm going to say one word: the vibe, because it
Yeah.
sounds like they're trying to cultivate a very specific type of a vibe. Okay, and that's I feel like different than some of these other. Well, the dogs don't agree with me, and the people are at my front door, so here we are.
Okay. Well, we'll
Um,
ask Erica then. Erica, what about you?
So this might not be a surprise, but I'm very excited for the Latin section that they're gonna have. That's gonna have all of the fun, like Latin food that we have, like on Nochebuena or like just throughout the whole holiday season. So I'm really excited for that part, like the most. That's the part I keep talking about with people because they're gonna have the little bands on the streets and the Spanish music, like that whole area. I'm just so excited for. That's like my biggest thing. And the vibe. I think it's going to be a cool event. I think it's going to be like a real hit with everybody, and they're just going to have to keep bringing it back. But the Latin area is my part I'm most excited for.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be one of
You want to know
those.
what I'm most not excited about?
Tell us.
The fact that I'm not going with you guys. I'm not excited about that. It's okay. I'm good. Don't
we
worry.
can't even buy you a ticket if we wanted to now because it's sold out too.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm
It's all good.
Womp, womp, womp. What's the Peanuts? Play that sad peanut song from the Christmas one. Christmas time.
Oh god, I hate that
Christmas
song.
time.
I don't think that's generally considered a sad part
Christmas
of it.
time.
Yeah,
Christmas
it's just
time.
sung like in a
Yeah,
not
it's
happy tone.
yeah.
Well,
they
I
just
think you
use
guys
minor keys.
watched a different film than I did.
Okay.
I mean, first off, I didn't watch it on film. I don't have a projector in my house, so not sure how
Well,
you
haven't
viewed it.
you haven't lived till you've seen it in the original 35.
That's how they used to
Oh, you
broadcast it on
cracked
TV.
me up right now.
On television, camera right into the
Yeah,
and
that's how the
Shut up.
original TVs worked back in the '60s. They just had a projector inside, and you would have to flick it, and it would start
teeny
on.
tiny one.
Yes, yeah, that's how it works. We're breaking down those TVs for you because you never did before. So Rhino, what are you said vibe, and then you didn't get to finish because your dogs did not agree
yeah.
with you.
No, apparently their vibe today is not what they don't like it today. So the vibe, no, for sure, because I love the idea that it's like, you know, what I love about the Halloween party is how it encourages people to dress up and encourages people like of all ages. And that this one, that the Jollywood Night one, also has that sort of fun element to it, where it's like, you know, like come a little swanky and hang out. And so it's all, you know, like I feel like I never participate in Dapper Day because here it's hotter than the sun on the 2 times they decide to do it. And I'm like, no. And so here, this time of season, it's like maybe it could be nice, and it's at night, and it's at Hollywood Studios, and so like you're coming in, and it's gonna really, I feel like, pull that old Hollywood vibe, like sort of into the park a lot more than we get on a daily basis lately. So I feel like it'll just be like really cool to see everybody like in their outfits. Also, this is the first hard ticket event party that has alcohol at it, and I'm sorry, like say what you want about me, but I like a mixed drink, and so that has me excited to have a really classy cocktail while I'm wearing my gold sneakers.
Sorry, I think I'm gonna have to put on my pants where I one up you, and actually, I believe the one Villainous Nights at Hollywood Studios that they did way back in the day
for
had
this company.
What?
I didn't work for this company when that happened, so I didn't go to that.
Well, that's not my fault. You had the option. Everyone has the option. No one exercises their rights. So I just can't wait to see it all. I'm going to piggyback on Teresa and Rhino. I'm excited for music. I'm excited for food. I'm excited for shows. We've got to have a good strategy going in, and hopefully we will. We'll have our coverage for you later this week, of course. We'll end up releasing our vlog and other videos and such from Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, probably in the early hours of Friday morning, going into actual Friday morning. And then with Jollywood Nights, of course, we will try to get everything out there as quickly as possible into Sunday morning. It's going to be 2 all-nighters in a row, and not in a row. It could be 3 all-nighters in a row if we go to SeaWorld too, but I can't do that to myself. I would lose my sanity at it. But we'll have all that coverage for you as quickly as possible, and then we'll probably give you a recap of some of our highlights on next week's Diz Unlimited podcast, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. We're going to shift gears here and go towards Disney Cruise Line, because details came out last week, new details about Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point, the new private island that's going to be joining Castaway Cay in the Bahamas. And they gave out details, and we're going to go over some of them here. They did share new concept art with this too, so some of it looks very appealing, as most concept artwork does. It's very rare that you look at concept art and say, that doesn't look good. I don't want to be involved in that. This doesn't look bad though. So they are going to have an arrival point here called Mabrika Cove, and Mabrika apparently means, I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, so I'm sorry for everyone out there who actually speaks the language of the Bahamians, but Mabrika means welcome in the indigenous language of the Bahamians, so in the Bahamas. So tying in that culture into the arrival point as well as throughout. There's going to be the Goombay Cultural Center, which will be like a Bahamian festival filled with music and parades. And, it sounds intriguing, but then when you look at the concept art for it, it just looks like a bar to me, and seating all around there. It doesn't look like the festival that they're promising with it, but that's what they say it is. For families, they're going to have Triton's Trumpet Stage, which will be home to family entertainment, and the name is inspired by the large spiral seashell, Triton's Trumpet. So yeah, it's going to have the same name.
That's where Ariel performs.
Well, is that where she performs?
In the movie, I think, right?
On Triton's Trumpet Stage?
I don't know. That sounds weird now. I don't care for it.
Well, I'm sorry. You took us there, buddy. You got to bring us home if you're going to.
No.
They also promised that there will be local gifts and crafts from actual Bahamian people on there, so that's excellent. And they will once have an adult space known as Serenity Bay on this island too. And hopefully this food will be better than the food that they serve over at Serenity Bay on Castaway Cay, because that is not good. Whatever it's called. What is it? Cookies 3? Or I can't even remember
Cookies
the
and
cookout.
cream.
The cookout at Serenity Bay or whatever it is. I don't like it. They give you that thin steak that they're like, "Oh, we're giving you steak," and it's like, I wouldn't even feed that to my dogs. I don't understand it. Yeah, I'm gonna be a little harsh on that. I hate it. It's anyone who's like, "Oh, you gotta go to Serenity Bay for the food." It just it never makes sense to me. Like, well, yeah, regular cookies is fine, and I'm by all the action. But yeah, Lookout Cay. It's going to be very, very popular with people, I'm sure. One thing that is really difficult for me, at least with this, is I look at all the concept art, and it just all looks so fantastic. But I think about what Castaway Cay is, and I love that island. I love every part about it. I think it's great, but I also like with what they're saying they're going to do with Lookout Cay. I don't know how they're going to actually accomplish it because it looks like an over the top party, but for an island that's just going to be kind of like, I don't want to say temporarily used, but I mean that's what it is. People come in and then they leave. It seems like maybe it's going to look grander in concept art than it ever will in person. But Teresa, what's your thoughts and perspective on it since you're our cruise person with Dreams Unlimited Travel?
Yeah, well, I've got a lot of clients that are really excited about it, and I'm trying to get that excitement for them, but I don't know. The concept art's not doing anything for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope it turns out better than I think it's going to. So,
Yeah.
but most of my clients are looking forward to that cruise. That's actually stopping on both islands. That's the most popular that I'm finding.
Yeah, I do. I really want to see it, but I don't think it's going to be enough to knock away Castaway
Mm-mm.
Cay from my island. And I think that's because of everything I'm seeing from this. There's so many like pavilions set up that look like, oh, we're going to entertain you in this way and that way, and it's going to be this cool hangout spot. But that's not really what I like about Castaway Cay. I like relaxing on the beach and going in the water for a little bit, getting my food, seeing the characters. That's all I want to do. I don't want to feel like I'm at a resort destination on an island for a couple hours and then go back away. So I don't know if
Well,
it's
I
going to
think
be.
I think the cruises that stop at both locations, they're going to want something different. Obviously, you don't want to do the
Yeah,
same thing both days, so maybe that's what they're banking on.
that's an absolute great point, Teresa. Thank you so much for that. Erica, any thoughts on this?
I am not like the biggest cruise girly, but I like the color palette that I'm seeing in the like concept art. But there's nothing that's really right now making me like, oh, I really need to go do that. But I do like the colors that are
Yeah.
happening. But there's nothing about it that's like, I'm gonna get on a ship immediately.
I get you. I totally get you there. So we will, we'll just have to wait and see what it's actually like in person when they start sailing there in summertime, which is going to be rapidly approaching. It feels like it was just this long off, distant dream for the longest time, and now we're getting there. We're getting there fast, but not until after Christmas. So we're going to wrap up this show with one final little bit of happiness from the past week. And I'm already going to apologize in advance here because the character we're about to talk about, I'm going to constantly mispronounce her name. It's where my Pennsylvania comes out, and I feel like I have to use a hard A on everything and just kind of sound like I'm from the woods. That's what we would call a forest in Pennsylvania. It's not a forest. You go out to the woods. I'm sure people say that in a lot of places, but every now and then I feel judged by
That's
the
what we.
way I say
Why,
things
what's the
and how I
difference?
talk. Well, the woods are maybe just one part of a forest. I'm not quite sure. I'm not an expert. Teresa, where you came from, woods or forest?
Oh, it's woods. Woods are the woods. A forest to me is enchanted
A
and
national.
tall trees
Oh,
and
well, or a national park. Yeah,
right,
like
right, right.
I think,
But it's
I
the
think they're
woods.
forests when they're national park. I
I
just say
played in the
woods. Yeah,
woods when I
unless
was
it
a
says
kid.
like, yeah, it's weird.
So is a national forest and a national park the same thing then? Now I'm hidden. A hard hidden questions here. You
I
didn't
think
know there
so.
was a difference, did you?
I think so.
A what?
But the woods is where you go hide from your parents. The woods is where you're hanging out with your friends, right?
I don't know. It's not working, buddy. Erica, we'll just get you to be the final say in this. Is it woods or is it forest?
Listen, I don't know. I grew up around swamps. We didn't have a forest or a woods. But I feel like growing up, I would say forest the most.
There you go.
Because we talk about the rainforest a lot in South Florida. I don't know.
Okay. So while we all agree it can be called woods, it's probably more proper to call it a forest. And we're all just backwards
don't
people
agree.
in that way. Okay, well, you know what? Feel free to tussle it out after we're done here. I'm not sure the method. Knife fighting, I don't quite know what you need to do. Rap battles, perhaps. Any form will help here. But going back to that story, as I got sidetracked by my own self, Asha, correct, Erica? Asha?
Yeah, that sounds better than last time.
Asha?
You're like Asha. And I was like,
Asha.
no. I was
Like, Asha.
what?
Asha, it's so nice
I
to
like
meet
Asha.
you. Good chow.
Asha.
Asha from Wish is meeting guests in Epcot. And from my experience hanging around that area, she's meeting a bunch of guests who don't know who she is in Epcot. I don't know if it's because, people not having cable anymore, so they don't get movie trailers that just play regular. Actually, you know what? I have cable, and I haven't seen any like real previews for Wish, unless it was part of like when they have Disney on Sunday nights. I think that's the only time. But Asha is the main character from the upcoming movie Wish. She's meeting at Epcot in that little pavilion gazebo intermittently throughout the day. Pluto was here before. I believe it was the first home of Doofy Bear, way before he got kicked out.
Doofy.
And Doofy, Doof Bear. And yes, so Asha is bringing a little touch of her home into her little pavilion spot. It's touches of Rosas, the kingdom that Asha is from, that's just off the Iberian Peninsula. And she is an absolute pleasure and treat meeting, and I really enjoyed our interaction. She loves sharing how her mom made her dress for her, and she shared how her mom loved making her dress for her, and she also shared how her mom loved making her dress for her. I don't think Erica and I bothered asking her about her
she
papa.
said, but her mom also made cake. She mentioned cake.
Okay, that's it.
And
Sorry.
then she talked about her brother, but I didn't really hear anything. Like, I wasn't paying attention anymore because I was so just amazed with her because she was just so great and so beautiful. But we know that her mom made her dress and makes a really good cake.
Yeah. And
God, she's talking to you guys for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
she loved my outfit.
Yeah. She was doing a great job at interacting with each person. And honestly, this line is going to get insane. Assuming she's still going to be in the spot, I don't know if they're going to move her to somewhere inside, maybe move her to One Man's Dream, maybe add her to One Man's Dream too, and have her in multiple locations, her splitting her time in multiple locations that way. But as soon as the movie comes out, it's going to blow up in a bigger way. Right now, it was I've been to Epcot 3 times since she has been there, and each time I feel like I only see maybe like 6 or 7 families in line. That was about how many were in front of Erica and I. And just kind of maintained that unless it was like a set change. And right now there's people who have seen the trailers and are excited for the movie are going out to see her, but no one randomly seems to just be like walking up. They'll ask like, who is she? And then once they find out, it's like, okay, I'll move on. But it's a great, because the lines aren't that long and I haven't seen them that long. She's really interacting with everyone in a more in-depth way. And like we were talking to her for a solid minute, and I feel like we could have taken like 3 or 4 minutes, and no one in line really was minding, and she was happy. Like there was a couple that was dressed up kind of around the movie with what's been released so far, and she gave them like a solid 5 minutes where she was just talking away.
She took her time with each group. She really did. Even before you got there, I noticed that she was taking her time with everyone, which was great because she won't have that after the movie comes out.
The luxury of time with people, because it'll just move very quickly. That being said, I have to say, I wish character meet and greets were done like they're done during Run Disney races, because It was it's been years since I've run a Run Disney race, and I feel like it never was as efficient because it was like you have a photo pass person there and then people with their phones, and it felt more like a traditional meet and greet. Everything was flowing this past weekend with the half marathon. Like, we got to meet Oogie Boogie. Granted, we were sweating and disgusting, but we got to meet Oogie Boogie with only 3 people in line in front of us. And it's Oogie Boogie. You just don't get to meet Oogie Boogie. So that was like a must do. The Country Bears didn't have a line, but I mean, it's the Country Bears. You can meet them every day in the Magic Kingdom. But then like Miguel was out there and he only had 2 people in line for him, just because it's like everyone knew their purpose. You're there for your time. So it's run, get your photo, move on. And it's like, God, this is my dream way to meet characters. But then I have to fight the urge when... Sorry?
Craig, you want us to run through the character lines?
Yes. I think
I
that
don't think I'm up for
character
that.
meet and greets aren't about interacting with the characters. It's all about getting that photo and get that photo, move on. As an adult, as a person with
As
a
an
child
adult,
that
yeah.
loves seeing the characters, give me all the time in the world. But as an adult, I'm like, no, let's get
Just
the
gonna
photo and let's move on. As I got to
run
throw
by.
this on Instagram later. It's all about that. It's that one moment in time that
Run
matters.
by. I'll need a
Yeah.
scooter for that then. I'll scooter by real quick.
But okay. I mean, whatever mode you want to take to get it. But yeah, who's excited for Wish? Anyone get their tickets
am.
yet?
I finally
No.
saw the actual trailer and I liked that. I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah. I got to see like
I
the
don't know.
10-minute preview at D23 Expo. It seems like it's going to be another solid animated movie. I know, right?
But we'll see. I don't know. How many movies do they release every single song of before the movie comes out?
No,
So
they want to
that's
make sure
the-
everyone gets that right taste in there. Listen, I don't even want to go down this road for you because the last time I said you don't like Disney animated movies, it turned into an awkward mess where then you got like slightly angry at me for a couple minutes. Like I
You
killed
said I
your
didn't
father,
grow up
prepare to
watching
die.
them. I grew up watching Disney animated movies. I just sometimes don't like newer ones as much, but I told you I loved Utopia. And let me tell you this, the difference between woods and forests comes down to canopy cover and tree density. Okay,
There you
so
go.
forests are known for thicker canopy, and woods usually have a more open canopy.
It's fantastic.
But I like Disney movies. Bambi, boom, I brought it back to the forest.
T. Come on, bring it home, T. You excited?
Oh, you're talking about me?
Yeah.
I was looking at Rhino waiting for some hearts or fireworks or something. I'm
Still not there, buddy.
well,
go.
it's
Too
not a
big.
heart. There it
Making
is.
too long. Too long. It's gotta be.
I'll
thicker.
go see it. I've not seen enough about it yet to get really excited.
That's how I feel too.
I just saw Coco. Give me time. Give me time.
You just got a Pixar movie from 2018. So at this rate, you'll get to see Wish in 2032. But it'll be worth the wait, I'm sure.
I think so.
It will. It will.
just-
I feel...
the-
What?
The marketing for the movie is a little weird, and I know it's probably because, well, I think they can promote it because technically animated films aren't part of SAG. Didn't we talk about this the other day? And I was like, but I feel like I normally when there's a movie like this coming out, I feel like it's plastered everywhere. Also, my friend, we were in the movie theater, and he just saw a preview for it for the first time, and he turned to me and went, "Is that because of the ship?" And I said, when they announced the name, I thought the same thing, where I was like, how weird that literally you named a movie the same thing as your brand new cruise ship, almost like announcing it on the same year, where I said, I don't know if there's going to be some confusion involved. I don't know. I'm open to it. Chris Pine's a voice in it. You got me.
Yeah. And we got to hear that Ariana DeBose song at
Yeah.
D23 Expo, which was incredible. It was far less incredible when they hit us with a copyright takedown of it and made it private. But it's the only time that's ever happened. Like, we've had copyright things take down before and then fight it, and it comes back eventually. But that was the one where it's like, no. It's like, well, I'm sorry. They told us that we could record it in the room. Come on. They didn't make
Yeah.
people take down Let It Go when Idina Menzel sang it at D23 Expo before anyone had seen the movie. But that's my personal problems. I'll deal with it. I can still watch it every time I want to. Haven't watched it since we were in that room. Got to tell you. Okay. Well, if Ryan doesn't have any further information on the difference between woods and forests to what animals reside in both and such, then I think this is a
Well,
good place to.
I think it's a
Jesus.
unicorn in the forest
I think
and
no,
a
I think
beaver
unicorns
in the
might be.
woods.
Well, the thing is, the woods are sparser, have a sparser tree density, so I feel like it's easier to move through the woods
Well,
and to
there would
keep
be
the
deer in
soil drier
both.
and
There's
unshaded.
deer in both, but I think there's beavers in the woods.
So here's the problem. My chat that I monitor while the show's happening, it froze 20 minutes ago. So I don't even know if people are losing their minds right now saying how is this actually happening? You guys have hit a new low. You found a way to hit a new low. It could be happening, but we'll never know. I'll find out later. This has just been wild, but I think we have to end this show here. So that's going to do it for all our topics that we have to talk about this week. I'm going to give a little time here at the end for anyone to throw out any plugs, anything they want to talk about. And I'm going to start by asking Teresa. Teresa, do you have any life updates for us, as you said before the show?
So there's several things happening in my world. This coming weekend, I'm staying on property with my entire family. This hasn't happened
Oh,
in 12 or 13 years. I've been on
where are you
property a
staying?
lot. My girls have, my son and his wife have, but the one elusive person who I've been married to for 35 years this month is going with us. And I'm so excited.
Oh,
He's not too excited because I didn't make a reservation for Animal Kingdom, but he's going to have to live with Magic Kingdom Hollywood Studios and Epcot. And I'm excited. We have dining reservations, and I'm just beyond the moon excited about this, that the whole family's going to be there. It's pretty cool. And go ahead.
I was going to say, the one thing people need to know, if you are coming to the parks this weekend, you're going to be here, you're looking for Teresa, say hi to her. Her family will actually be impressed. If
Oh
she
yeah,
has
they think I
people
don't do
coming up to her.
anything. They're so
Yeah.
Kelvin will be, he's coming out of the woods and gonna go to the
Not the
parks with
forest?
me. No, not the forest. He's in
I
the
know for a-
woods.
Well,
He's in the
I know
south.
for a
Taylor
fact he was in a
Swift.
forbidden forest at one point in time.
Maybe.
What about Taylor Swift?
I'm excited
she
about
says,
this.
"Are we out of the woods?"
Oh yeah,
We
I'm
are
out of the woods.
out of the woods.
So
So that, and then
that's forest.
another on an even more personal note. You want to hear my more personal information?
Please, deeper.
Ryan, get the hearts queued up just in case we need them after.
Okay, hold on. Wait, what if there's sad things? I don't know how to make sad.
Oh, it's not sad. This is all happy shit.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. Well,
It's-
hopefully that cleared up.
Cue up the Seinfeld music then.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a couple of weeks, we're having what we call shed day at our house.
Oh,
And
okay.
all my kids are coming over, and we're going to tear down that shed in my backyard. It's been there since we moved in. I've hated it. It blocks the view of my pond. So Max is coming over with all of his power tools, and we're going to take that shed out. And I'm so excited.
So it's like an anti-Amish tradition where they put up the barn.
No, we're not. Yeah, we're not.
You're
We're taking it down. It's called Shed Day. November
I thought
19th,
it was
Shed Day.
going to be like a again bring up
Congratulations.
Seinfeld. I thought it was going to be like you're airing your grievances. Your whole family's getting together and you're going to shed your
No.
hatred of each other
I'm
out of
putting
there.
in all the work. I'm
Or I
excited.
thought you were going to make everyone take their stuff finally out of your house. I need to shed and be rid of all this stuff.
Oh,
Get it
we
out.
could do that too. Goodbye to the Legos and the train.
And they're
Max
called Lego
needs to
sets.
take all his
The
crap.
Legos aren't plural. Sorry. Lego
Listen,
bricks.
I'll take those Legos.
Lego. You can't say
He
Legos.
just wants to give that. No, you can't say the plural.
Lego,
Uh,
Lego the Lego.
What if it's more
Lego,
than
your
one
Lego.
person's Lego?
Lego, it's plural. It's like moose.
Yeah.
How many moose are there? 15 moose.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know
15
that.
Lego, one Lego. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
There
the
you
Lego is staying because I still play with the Lego.
But you
just
just
got-
said they need to take
Well, no,
it.
you don't
And
take
Ryan,
the
you
They
said-
need to
Lego,
take their,
'cause
they need to take their
the
crap. but
Lego-
Don't take my Lego. I just
Well,
got
the Lego implies you have one
oh.
Lego.
Craig.
Lego,
Craig.
my Lego.
Craig. When I was in
Sorry.
California, I got a Are you listening to me?
I am.
Yeah.
Cut me
swear.
off. Am I gone again? Okay.
Oh,
So I just got a Santa Claus Lego keychain that I'm going to use year round because where do I live right now?
Christmas, Florida.
I know.
I
I'm so
saw it.
excited.
To follow.
Yeah, I saw it on your keychain.
You did?
Yeah, the other when I was at the Welcome Center yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Your keys were sitting out.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. It gives you the holiday vibes all year.
All year long as I sing the Christmas tunes in my car.
As they say in Elf, the the best way to spread
now?
Christmas cheer is by singing loud for all to hear.
Mm.
I've watched
I
Elf
agree.
twice in the past weekend. It's been a lot.
Okay, I've never seen Elf.
They're
Well-
doing a dinner and a movie at the Hamlin Sinopolis for it, and I tried to get tickets, and literally it must have been people who just went as like odd numbers because there was only one seats everywhere, no seats next to each other. So I was like, well,
I've seen a bit of it, but you know.
Sounds like your dream movie scenario, Rhino. You can go with Eli, and then you'd be like, "Oh, we've got to sit in separate places."
well, they were like, it's in a theater where they were like, these two chairs mean a couch, this means a seat, and I was like, well, I do love a seat.
Yeah. Is it like a love seat situation?
No, but they are the ones that have the the thing can pull up in the middle, so they can it's like that. Like the AMC does that too, but it's like or the Dolby one. But
So it's not like a three-person couch, though. It is more like a love
God, I
seat.
hope not.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get
That's my nightmare.
we're trying to get the real story out here right now. We're journalists, so we've got to get to
We
the
are.
bottom of this.
Beep,
Or
beep,
something
beep,
like
beep, 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 beep.
I don't think
That
they've
was my
used that for
journalism
years.
sound.
Okay, Rhino, do you have anything to share? Teresa, sorry, did I cut you off, or did you have anything else?
Shed day. No, I have nothing else. I'm done.
Good. Okay.
Shed
Thank you for being here today, Teresa.
day. Oh, give me
It
balloons.
doesn't
We're
even
supposed
know
be
what to
confetti.
do.
Oh, we got both. Yeah, I was like,
Okay, Ryan, what about you?
nothing. Just I hope everybody would join us for the Patreon after show. Patreon.com/thedizunlimited. I've been noticing some people who have been pasting the original URL in the YouTube videos, so I've been correcting that.
Yep.
Slowly.
And Ryan's been putting together some awesome behind-the-scenes looks at our dining reviews of what happens when we're not filming in that way. So I'm about to start a series on Behind the Attraction, where I talk a little bit more in depth about the Behind the Attraction series on Disney Plus, because I hated the first season. I'm really digging this new one. So kind of want to talk about it more. I would love to do it with Ryan, but that sounded weird.
People are going to start calling me Ryan when you call me Ryan. They think it's okay.
Oh,
It's like when
yeah.
I used to, the big head comments, people would come up and say comments, and I'd be like, no.
Yeah,
The
but there's a
pig head?
difference between that. Ryan is your name.
Big head.
They called you the pig head?
The
big head.
big head.
Oh.
To be fair, his last name is Spaghetti, but we don't actually use
Big
it. We
Heady.
just call him Clavin. So, no, your name's Ryan. When it's not on your driver's license, I'll call you something else.
Okay, watch me. Going to change it.
I don't think you have the gumption. You would have to wait for a new passport.
My mom
that would take far
would
too
be
long.
pissed.
You just push her in the closet again, and it'll be okay.
It wasn't me. I didn't push her. I scared her into the closet. I screamed and she fell into the closet. That is what the police report states. There's no,
And deep down on
there is no
Teresa's
police
face, she's
report
right now
that she
like,
can do.
is Stella going to scare me into the closet? Is she going to push me into the closet? Oh,
She's like, I
goodness.
couldn't get you to stop being gay. You scared me right into the closet.
Okay. Well, on that note, yeah. Do you want to give us one more emoji? Fantastic. What a
Fireworks
What a
again,
way
sorry.
to go here. So then we are going to end here on Erica with plugs, because I do know she has something to share with everyone. So Erica, take it away.
I do, and I'm going to be reading from my phone because I do best when I read things that I've written down. So I do have some news, and this news might make some of you sad or happy, or maybe a mix of both. My journey with this team is coming to an end at the end of November. I have accepted a full-time performing role at Walt Disney World. Many of you know that performing is one of my biggest passions. The pandemic really hurt my performing career, and last year I started the process of throwing myself back into auditions. And I finally got a yes, and it was a yes I couldn't say no to. I appreciate all the time I've had here and everyone I've met in the parks during my journey. Most importantly, I'm very thankful for the friendships I've gained while working here. And well, yeah, that's my announcement. I'll miss you guys, but it's time to reach out and find my happily ever after.
Oh,
Thanks.
boo!
No.
Oh my gosh. What am I supposed to do with this?
I mean,
I'm
do with it
excited
what
for you.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely incredible. So it's Erica, she's always shared with all of us behind the scenes what's going on in her life, and has kind of kept us all up to date for a long time with her passion with dancing and performing and wanting to get back into it. And it's, as much as we like to consider ourselves performers, we absolutely are not. This isn't a performance. This is something else entirely that I'm still not quite sure if we have a definition for, but it's definitely not like performing with Disney. So as much as it sucks to lose her and lose someone who has become such a great friend, and we've had so much fun out in the parks together doing these shows together, it's such a huge step forward for her pursuing her true dreams. I almost said deems and screwed that
And
up
you
there,
never
but-
know. I might be in a dining review, but you just won't know it.
Oh, Erica, I can promise you, we only do the character meals because of you. So it's Ryan's gonna go back. Yeah,
I'm gonna text you guys my schedule. Be like, hey.
maybe we'll see. We'll see on
DM
that,
for
but,
DM
yeah.
for that time.
Yeah,
This makes me
and
so happy, Erica.
it does.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I remember
This makes me
I
so
talked
happy.
to Teresa like right after one of my auditions because we went on the little like social media trip or whatever. I
Yeah.
remember having that conversation with you. And I was like, well, I just did an audition and now I'm just waiting. I remember we spoke about that.
And
So
that was,
here we are.
well, look what's happening. I'm so excited. I'm
Yeah.
sad that you're not going to be here anymore, but follow that dream. That's amazing.
Exactly what you have to do. So it's again, it's gonna suck seeing you go, but ultimately, it is.
These are for you. I got these for you.
Thank
the
you
gift
so
that
much.
keeps on giving. Free balloons. Yeah, it'll. We'll try to give check-ins and updates with you and how you're doing from time to time. Obviously, you probably won't be ever joining us again in anything as much as people will be asking because of the nature of your work and of the awkwardness sometimes of the way we talk about Disney and stuff. That would probably cross some boundaries here and
I
there.
could
but-
always do a Tap House Talks if it's something that's not about everything Disney.
Okay. Well,
It can be
we'll have
about
to
Taylor
explore that
Swift.
down the road. We'll try to explore that down the road. Yeah, but it'd be awkward to like go to do a character meal with you and be like, I can't say anything right now because I know the chef and I know Disney's one thing. So it's we'll definitely find ways to check in with you. But congratulations, Erica, and best wishes to you on your journey that you're about to go on, and we'll always be here for you.
We love you.
Regardless.
Thank you.
You.
Right now.
I didn't mean that for you, Erica. I hate Ryan.
The audio people heard it. The audio people heard it.
I love you too, Teresa.
My granddaughter following her dream.
Still
I'm
a
gonna
butt,
miss
buddy.
my dad's.
Only granddaughter I'll ever have.
Daughter.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be
Take
lucky
my
enough to
heart
adopt a
with
second
you.
child. So, what are you singing? You'll be in my
I'm
heart.
singing her a song. I'm singing her an original song.
Oh, okay.
It's called My Daughter.
My daughter.
My daughter. My.
Oh, Ryan.
Well, this
She
just means that we need
dances.
to eat a lot of food before the end of November, and we're gonna have a lot of fun at our Christmas parties.
Yes, absolutely, and we will do all of that and hopefully a little bit more. And remember, it's not goodbye forever. It's farewell for now, and see you real soon.
Oh gosh.
Okay, fantastic. I thought I'd get Teresa on that one, but I didn't. So
No,
a true
went the
thumbs
other
down.
way.
Went the other way. Okay. Well,
Hey, wait, Craig. I want everyone out there watching to remember to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.
I'm not gonna lie. For a second,
not
when it
one
was
for that,
taking
sorry.
so long, I was like, "It's gonna throw the thumbs down on there, even though you're hitting the thumbs up."
And then everyone's gonna do it. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. But okay, that is it for the show. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Erica. We will miss you very much after your time here is done. And thank you to everyone here who is listening and watching. Follow us more on Patreon with our Patreon post show and more content on there. Patreon.com/DizUnlimited. If you want to support us more, book a vacation through Dreams Unlimited Travel. Get a free no obligation quote today at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Ryan already took care of the YouTube plugs, so just leave any comments, questions, video suggestions you also may have in the comments section. If you are listening to this, subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts, and if you can leave us a rating and review, please do so. And please don't make the review this week.
Wait.
Like, everything seemed like a visual gag, because I have a feeling that that's coming, and it's I'm sorry. Watch a couple seconds of it. You didn't miss anything, I promise you that. Why? What are you doing now? Are you doing Spider-Man? What the?
I found new ones.
He's at the Era store. Look at him.
Oh,
Hold
my
on, ready?
goodness.
Ready? Oh, Erica's leaving. I'm sad.
Oh,
That's rain.
Okay, I was going to say, you're the guy who's supposed to describe what's happening on the screen.
oh my God.
Laser beams.
Laser beams. Discotheque. Okay.
That's so stupid.
It is.
That's it. That's all of them.
Well,
Oh, God.
we found once again a way to hit a new low point for the Diz Unlimited. So that's going to do it for this week's show. Thank you again so much to our panel and everyone who joined us for this week's episode. We appreciate it, but for now we've reached the end, or should I say, the beginning of your future. Goodbye.